How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit that bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on my channel. Also, make sure to head over to Twitch. Follow me there at Douglas447. It's got a Detective Pikachu icon there. I stream there. I do Warface Breakout, Call of Duty Battlefield, Halo, and a bunch of other games. I used to do Overwatch, but I'm going to make this video, and unfortunately these are going to be the 7 reasons why I am done covering Overwatch here on this channel. I have made a lot of videos covering Overwatch. I have streamed Overwatch. I really used to enjoy this game. I remember getting this game on launch day, and if you guys don't know, you guys are brand new, I'm going to repeat kind of a history lesson as to why I enjoy this game. Yes, I have it on disc. Disc is still a thing for me, okay? But I enjoy this game. At least I used to. I used to enjoy this game. When this game launched on the exact same day as my college finals. So I studied a lot. I put in the hours to make sure that for my final exams, for my final day of college, I aced all my finals. And then my reward was going to GameStop, picking this up. I installed it, and this is what I played forever and ever. So I got this game on launch day, and I have played hours and hours of this. And I was just like, from what we saw for the trailers for the cinematic and playing the beta, I was really excited. And this is my go-to game when it came out in May 2016. And for the first 6 months of this game's life, this is what I played strictly. I didn't play Call of Duty, I didn't play anything for Battlefield or Destiny or any other type of shooter you can think of. This was the game that I spent 6 months of my life dedicated playing. I wanted to learn the maps in and out. I wanted to learn every single hero's ability and weakness. And then all the events that, especially like with Junkenstein's Revenge coming out in October of 2016, that was a massive, amazing hit event, and I really enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the winter event that they had. The spring event that came out for Lucio Ball or whatever. I really enjoyed that too. And then come 2017, they started adding in post-launch DLC heroes completely free. The only thing, still in 2020, July 2020, at the time of me making this video, the only thing that you can buy for microtransactions in this game is loot boxes, and those contain skins and emotes. Yes, they are completely random. You can't buy what you exactly want. There is a bit of an RNG problem in this game, but let's be completely honest, who really cares about that in Overwatch? All of the maps that they put into this game are completely free. All of the post-launch heroes that they have put into this game are completely free. All the balance updates and changes that they have made have been completely free. Even the reworking to make certain heroes and whatnot be approved and actually have a point to being in the game, completely free. The only thing that you have had to pay for in this game for 4+ years is skins and emotes and dancing and stuff. But let's be honest, the hardcore people, the people that really care about Overwatch, like me, that really got invested into the game. I mean, I got an Overwatch shirt. I've got a poster of Overwatch. I've got a bunch of other Overwatch merchandise that unfortunately I can't show you guys in this video because of copyright issues. But I love Overwatch. But then they started doing things in 2018, 2019, especially in 2019, and then in 2020, even in this year, they've done things that have just driven me insane. And I don't like these 7 things that they have done in the past year or two. And that's why I'm done covering Overwatch. I am no longer going to make any more videos. I'm not going to be streaming it for you guys. I know there's a lot of people that have been really invested in my Overwatch content that I've produced here on my channel. I'm cutting Overwatch. When Overwatch 2 does come out, I am planning on buying that game. I'm going to make some videos on it. I will end up streaming it for you guys, both here on my YouTube channel and over on Twitch. But I'm done covering Overwatch 1. And here are the 7 reasons why. First of all, in the past year and a half or so, we have gotten very little updates that are meaningful. And most of the updates that we've gotten have been in-game buffs and nerfs to heroes that are completely unneeded. Like, why does Reaper keep getting buffs to his shotgun damage, but then he gets nerfed on his healing ability? Like, if you guys remember, when Reaper was, out, when the game launched, there would be these death balls that you could pick up. Like, it was a strategic thing that, even though Reaper was a shotgun maniac, when you killed somebody, there would be this orb that a dead enemy would drop on the battlefield. And if you picked that orb up, it would give Reaper health. They removed that mechanic, which still to this day drives me insane because it was a strategic thing. It was a risk versus benefit type of situation in Overwatch. That's one example of things that they have cut out. And they've done that to a bunch of heroes. Like, they reworked Symmetra, making her teleporter go from actually being useful to basically being a joke of a tool. They changed her ultimate, and they've done this with so many other heroes. The constant buffing and nerfing of heroes in this game in the past 4+ years is crazy. You don't know which hero is good to use anymore, which one's complete garbage, or which one is actually, good if you know how to use them and you spent time with them. Reason number 2, this game has gone from fun to frustrating and toxic. This game used to have a really fun community. This was a game when it started to be fun and you had to learn things. But over time, this game has become frustrating because it's basically dirt cheap now. You can get this game for like $5 to $10. And it might even be on things like Xbox Game Pass at this point. And because of that, it has allowed hackers and cheaters and toxic, 6-year-olds to come into this game that can't afford a $60 game anymore. It has allowed those types of players to come into the player pool and constantly whine and complain on streams and even off streams. I have gotten so many Xbox hate mail saying, "You're so good and I'm trash and I hate you because of that," for example, without going into verbiage. And there are people that are that were sending me, I got a death threat from somebody. I don't know how they got my address, but I got one person that got my that sent me a death letter, and I contacted Blizzard support, and I'm like, how did they get my address? So yeah, the privacy is also a problem because of these toxic people. Number 3, the post-launch is poor. Let's be honest, in the 4+ years that we've gotten free maps, now, I just said I was praising this game. We're getting free stuff. You should be happy. But I want to critique something about what I just said. And I realize this is a critique of what I just said earlier in this video. Although most of the post-launch content in this game has been free, it has been poor. We have gotten very few maps. I don't think we've even hit 10 free maps. The heroes that we've gotten in this game, most of them are garbage. Most of them are garbage. Let's be completely honest. They were cool as concepts, but the abilities that they gave them, did we really need Orisa to have another barrier ability? Did we really need another tank being, Sigma that just throws rocks around at you? Doomfist at least was cool because they require skill and whatnot, but he's so weak. And for post-launch content, who can keep playing the exact same events? Like I said earlier, Junkenstein's Revenge was cool the first year or two that was out. But now they haven't come up with a different type of Halloween event. Last year in 2019, for Halloween, you know what they did? They released Junkenstein's Revenge again. I cannot, as a normal gamer, play Junkenstein's Revenge 4 or 5 times without getting bored and losing interest in the game. And the only reason I played Junkenstein's Revenge, and I only played it on normal last year, was so I could get those 9 wins for those loot boxes so I could try to get the Halloween skins. That is the only reason. It was a tedious grind, and I got 1 cool skin out of those 9 wins. It was really irritating. Number 4. The queue time has gone extremely high. And it's not because of the lack of players playing this game. No, there is a good plethora of players that still play Overwatch. But they've done certain things to the servers And now the queue time can be 5 minutes, it can be 3 minutes sometimes, but it can also go all the way to 20, 25 minutes. Go back on my streams and look, and you can see that I am just sitting there for 20, 25 minutes trying to find something. That's why, and when I was making videos, I'd have to pause. You guys might not be able to tell because of the editing, but I would have to pause the video, and I would just sit there for 20, 25 minutes waiting for me to be able to find a full lobby for a game. That's 20, 25 minutes I could be playing something else and doing something more entertaining. Number 5, quick play constantly has been changing. It's gone from allowing you to be any type and any amounts of tanks, defenders, attackers, and supporters. Also, instead of having 4 different types of classes in this game, now they have only supports, tankers, and attackers. There's no longer a defending queue. There's no longer the defender. So like Bastion, which used to be, turns into a tank or a sentry gun, he was originally part of the defender class. Now he's just labeled as an attacker, even though his kit and his abilities lends him to be a defending type of character. Now Overwatch and Blizzard are like, no, he's just an attacker, which makes no sense. And they've made it where at the beginning in quick play you could be anything you wanted. Like if your team all wanted to be tanks, you could be. If you wanted your entire team to be all supports, you could be. Now Blizzard has forced people, and they keep changing this from being that you can only have 2 supports, 2 attackers, and 2 tanks. Then like a month or 2 later, they switch it where you can only be 3 tanks and 3 supports. Then the next month they're like, oh, let's go back to the 2, 2, and 2 thing. Blizzard can't make up their minds about what they want the limits to be for certain things. And that was one of the beautiful things about Overwatch at the beginning, was that it allowed freedom. You could do whatever you wanted within a reasonable set. Like if you wanted to win the match, your team needed to have at least 1 tank and needed to have at least 1 support to heal you and whatnot. Well, everyone else can do whatever they feel like being the attacker or defender, based on the map and based on your team's composition. Composition strategy used to be something that the players got to control. Now Blizzard is like, okay, we got all these new people that are frustrated and toxic. Now we're going to put them in this little bubble and force them to have to play the game this way. Blizzard has forced people to play this game the way Blizzard thinks it needs to be played. They've gone from complete total freedom to being a dictator in their own game. And that really drives me insane. Number 6, and I talked about this a little bit earlier. Most of the post-launch characters in this game, like Orisa, Moira, Brigitte, requires very little time to understand the toolkit, very little effort in order to make plays and get kills and wins, and requires very little skill to be good. Like with Brigitte, all you gotta do is go around with her mace and just smash people. And while you're doing that, you're doing damage to an enemy, and you're also gaining health. Like, how hard is that for a normal human person to figure that out? Oh, with Moira, you have a damaging orb. You just throw it into a hallway, and it starts doing damage randomly to enemies. Oh, you want healing orb? Just lunge it around yourself, and you automatically get healing just from launching an orb into the sky. It requires no skill, no effort, and no time at all to figure it out. Like, I was able to master Brigitte in 5 minutes. Like, this ability does that, that, and that. Where did the skill and the time to master a hero go, Blizzard? Where did it go? This has now become a Call of Duty type of game. This used to be a game where it required you time and effort and the ability to master a hero, learn its weaknesses and strengths. You have just completely trashed that out the window. And then lastly, at number 7, too many meta changes. There are way too many meta changes in this game. It has made heroes go from good to bad to way too powerful to balanced. And then they're like, oh, this hero's balanced. We can't have that now. So they make it weak. And then they make the hero really amazing. And that cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. And it's still going on right now at the time of me recording this video. Blizzard doesn't know what to do with Overwatch. Yes, certain heroes need balancing. They need updating to make them viable in the quote-unquote meta. But Blizzard has forgotten what Overwatch was about. It was about the players having fun. It was about letting them have freedom to explore the game, to enjoy doing what they wanted. And now they've tried to make Overwatch go from this amazing, almost kind of like an open world shooter game, and now they've just closed in the box and they're still crunching it. And I have a fear that when Overwatch 2 comes out, they're still going to squish the players into doing one thing. And if that's the case, Overwatch 2 is going to fail. And it's going to fail fast. It's going to fail hard. No one's going to like it. And unfortunately, because Activision controls Blizzard, they're not going to care. All they're going to see is that they made money off of the game. So, in their minds, you guys really are just a bunch of complaining people. Because you spend all this money, but you don't like the game. It's going to send confusing messages. So, those are the 7 reasons why I am done covering Overwatch. I'm done making videos. I'm done streaming the game. I'm moving on to better and grander things in the gaming sphere and the gaming community. You guys are more than welcome to agree or disagree as to why I am done covering Overwatch, but I am done covering Overwatch. Nothing you guys can say or do is going to change my mind. I am done. I am taking that copy. I'm putting it away into my nice little vault. And when I'm done recording this video, I am uninstalling Overwatch. Because they still are trying to update this game. For whatever reason. I am done. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.